All right, so let's get started. We're gonna spend this video going over the syllabus. This should be Calculus 1 for summer session 1, starting on May 26th, which is a Tuesday. First things first, everything that's currently written in the syllabus is subject to change with reasonable notice. This is less about um, me deciding to change what grades are worth and anything like that, and more about like what textbook we're using and how to access the textbook, et cetera, et cetera. So now that that's out of the way, my name is Emily. My email is right here in the syllabus. You should be able to email me either directly or via Canvas. My office is Ross Hall, room 303. Not really in there. We're not allowed on campus, so don't worry about remembering that or trying to find me there. My office hours are going to be virtual via Zoom, and those are going to be by appointment. So if you have any questions, I pretty much have all of my daytime free. I'm just working on setting up this course and getting content to you. So just shoot me an email, say, hey, Emily, can we go over this? I'll set up Zoom. We can meet whenever's convenient for you. So don't be intimidated. Just email me. This course does have a course supervisor, Dr. Eric Morehouse. He's got an office, he's got a phone number, he's got an email. If you're having trouble with this course and I'm not answering your questions, I'm not responding to your emails, I'm not being attentive, or if I'm just failing to be a good instructor, feel free to reach out to him and say, hey, this is not what I signed up for. Emily's doing this, Emily's not doing that, da 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 da. Feel free. He's a super nice guy, so he'll be willing to help you out. This course does have a couple of prerequisites. Either you've gotten a C or better in Math 1405 or 1450, or you've gotten a mathematics placement score of 5 within 1 year of the start of this course, or you received a 27 or better on the math portion of the ACT. You must earn a C or better in this course to be admitted to Calculus 2. So if this is your first time taking this, if this is your third time taking this, if this is your 10th time taking this, these are the rules. These are always the rules. You got to get a C or better. Now, course description. This course will cover topics in differentiation, applications of the derivative, differential equations, integration, and their applications. That sounds like a lot and they're words you've never heard of. That's the point. Calculus is a whole new type of math, but don't be worried. We'll spend some time. You'll be able to pause videos, all that good stuff beforehand. So textbook and software, and this is really where the syllabus portion comes, the subject to change portion comes in, because I was under the impression that we would have access to Pearson textbooks and the MyLab Math tool via the course shell, and that as you registered, you would automatically get access and be billed. It looks like that's not true as of right now, as of the filming of this video. It's not true, but that doesn't mean it won't change. We really want you to be able to do this. It's a lot easier on me if you guys have like a shell to work with where you can work on math problems that already have built-in suggestions and help, and that way you can get the information you need. So that is definitely up in the air. I will update this if things change. Right now I'm planning on doing the first couple lectures without you guys needing the textbook. It'll just be based off my notes, and that'll be okay. I'll give you everything you need to be successful. The next thing that you definitely need and should definitely have a hold of is a scientific non-graphing calculator, such as a TI-30. So if you've got a phone, you've got a calculator, that technically works when you're doing homeworks and stuff like that, but when you get to doing the exam, you need something that's not connected to the internet, you need something that can't get a text message and shouldn't be able to graph. But aside from that, we're working okay. So if this is your first term taking a class here, or if this is your 10th term taking a class here, you know about the Center for Assistance with Math and Statistics, the CASM, and help is available. So if I'm not there to meet with you, or you just have one quick question and you feel like, oh man, I don't want to bother Emily, the CASM is open this summer, and they are meeting online. So you should have access to that via your WYO courses page. When you click into WYO courses and log in, there's a bunch of tiles and one of them should say CASM. So on to grading, which is probably the thing that you're most looking forward to and probably the thing that you're most apprehensive about, but it's okay, we'll get through this together. So there's going to be 4 components that will make up your final grade in this course. Online homework submitted through my math lab or my lab math, whatever you want to call it. I typed it wrong, it's okay. which might turn into written homeworks, just in the sense of if we can't access my lab math, then I'm just going to post homeworks and you guys can write them down on a piece of paper, take a picture, submit it, all that good stuff. There's that. There's going to be 2 midterm exams administered through my lab math or something else, and 1 final exam administered through my lab math. Whatever happens with the my lab math, we're definitely still going to have homeworks, 2 exams, and a final exam. The grading scale I'm using is the 10-point university grading scale. So 90 to 100 is an A, da 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 da. But what's most important is the weights. So your online homework or just your homework portion, that's going to be 25%. And ideally with the MyLab Math, you were going to get a bunch of options to try the problems again and again and again. That way you can really learn and get help. Who knows if it's going to be online, but there should be plenty of time for you to email me and figure out what you know, what you don't know. But that's going to be worth 25%. You're going to have 2 exams in total are worth 50%. So each exam is worth 25%. And then the final exam is worth 25%. It's cumulative. That's just how it is. So my lab math homework, this section is left blank because I have no idea how we're going to do that because we currently can't. It'll be okay. I'm posting a written homework. You guys will see what we're talking about. So there will be 2 midterm exams and 1 final exam. Each exam is worth 25% of your grade. And this is just so that you cannot earn a B or higher if you miss an exam, right? So you have to sit for the exams, you have to do the homeworks, you can't get a B or better in this course if you don't. It's not meant to punish you because the homework is supposed to be really easy, just practice problems more or less that you can get a 100 on, but the exams are really where you're going to show yourself. So I could give quizzes, but I think that that would just take up more of your time that you could spend doing practice problems and that you could spend really taking a deep dive to learn this material. And why give quizzes that are worth 10% of your grade if I can just wrap that all up and put that in exams? So that's kind of the reason behind it. So your exams, if they're administered through My Lab Math, are going to be open for 3 consecutive days. So open days, Fridays, closed days, Sundays. And I do not expect these exams to take 3 days. I only expect them to take a couple hours, but maybe on Friday you're traveling and you only have Saturday and Sunday or something like that. Or maybe you want to sleep on a problem, you know, it just really isn't getting where you want it to go. So you want to go ahead, take a nap, maybe you want to call it a day and come back to it tomorrow. Those sort of stuff is fine. So you have 3 days for each of the exams. And whether or not we do those on paper or whether or not we do them via My Lab Math, you'll have 3 days no matter what. Now the exams are closed book. So closed book, closed note, closed internet. Feel free to browse Reddit in your free time, but when it comes to taking the exam, cut that out. The homeworks, feel free to use internet resources, watch Khan Academy videos, rewatch my videos to get them done. But as far as the exams, it's expected that you're doing these on your own with no form of aids, save for your calculator. And then we just come to the tentative schedule. So you'll see we're going to hit the ground running. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have content that we're going to be learning. And then Wednesday at midnight, you've got a homework due. So it's best just go ahead and start it. And you've got a homework due usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So 2 due a week. And it's really just so that you have time to sit down and practice these problems. And the syllabus is definitely posted on the course website, but just sit down, practice the problems, get it done while it's fresh in your head, or maybe watch the videos, take a quick break, lunch, walk your dog, whatever you want to do, and then do the homework. If you've got any questions, email me. I'm going to be on my email all summer long, so don't feel bad. Don't feel like you can't email me. All right, so that's it for me. It looks like it's going to be a very fast semester, or a fast summer term, but you knew that when you signed up to take calc over the summer. So I'm looking forward to teaching with y'all. Email me if you have any questions.